All right, y'all. Chloe the dog has entered the chat. So has the FBI and the previous trial. It is Monday, June 2nd, and we just wrapped up day 25 of Karen Read's second trial. First up on the stand today is Jonathan Diamandis. He is a longtime friend of former Trooper Proctor. He was in a group text with friends and Proctor, and there were some very unprofessional messages that were sent in regards of Karen Read. And today on Cross, Brennan actually asks Diamandis to read the text chain that includes Proctor's text and his vile words. And Diamandis kind of hesitated for a minute, and he said he didn't want to. Check it out.
It does.
Could you read all of them, please?
These are not my words. I'm not really comfortable reading these. Do I have to say these words out loud?
So I'm going to see you at Sab.
So after a quick sidebar, Brennan gets back up there and he says he is going to read the text, which was weird, but I guess it's better than Buchanan getting back up there and reading anymore. But one of the worst, probably one of the most offensive, he called her a whack job C word, referring to Karen Read. Now, if you want to check out the entire thing where all of this is read, it starts around 30 minutes into the live stream. But just a warning that some of these are not suitable for work or around the kids. So keep that in mind. Now, next up was Kelly Dever. I'm going to make sure I say her name right. She's a Boston police officer who worked at Canton Police Department at the time. Y'all, she did not want to be there. And I don't know that I blame her, because this testimony will have a real world impact on her in a big way, which I'll explain. So Dever said that nobody from Canton Police Department or the Massachusetts State Police ever talked to her, but she was working when the call came in about John O'Keefe being found in the snow, and she went to dispatch to cover so that Good could go to the scene. Nobody talked to her about any of this, and she never did any kind of report until the feds came and talked to her in August of 2023. Now, Dever told the feds that she actually saw Higgins and Chief Berkowitz go into the Sallyport together alone with Karen Read's car that Saturday, and that they were in there alone for a wildly long time. She was very specific about it. She said that she thought that it was weird, especially since Higgins was there the night that John O'Keefe was killed, and now he's in there with crucial evidence. Now, the defense called her last year before the trial because this obviously goes toward their theory, and they wanted her to come tell the jury what she had said. But Dever told them that she was changing her story. So she called it a false memory. She said that she was gone from Canton Police Department before the SUV got there. So she said that it could not have been something that she saw on Saturday. So here's why this testimony is going to have real world issues for her. Dever is a cop. She will be testifying in trials as part of her job. And especially in things like that, credibility matters. We've seen that in this trial, right? But now she's on record in a huge murder trial admitting that she changed a story that she gave to federal agents. And okay, that's one thing. There are different reasons that you may change or alter a story. But this isn't just like, oh, I got my days mixed up or I, forgot this detail. The biggest problem about all of this is that she's now under oath saying that she had false memories. And these are very specific memories, like very specific. So imagine her testifying in a future trial where she's saying something that she remembered and then being asked by the attorney if she's ever been under oath admitting that she has false memories. So I can understand why she didn't want to be there, but it did come across as her being a little hostile, which might make her appear like she's not being an objective witness. So it's hard to say how the jury took all of this, but it did get a little wild during her testimony. So Dever talked about the defense attorneys and when they called her to testify, wanting her to come in and tell the jury about what she said to the feds. They wanted her to come tell the jury that. And when she told them that she was changing her story, she said that they got mad and threatened her with perjury. Take a look at how she described this conversation on the stand.
What were you discussing when you were threatened with perjury?
They were
essentially telling me what they were looking for me to say on the stand.
What were they looking for you to say?
They were looking for me to say that I saw Higgins and Berkowitz in the garage with the car.
Did you share with them that that wasn't an accurate memory?
Yes,
How did they respond?
they became very aggressive, raised their voices, and the one word that I can very definitely remember is they said that they would charge me with perjury.
So Jackson addresses this on redirect, and things went a little off the rails.
Have you ever seen a defense attorney charge anybody with a crime?
So you can seek out reporting someone for it.
Have you ever seen a defense attorney charge someone with a crime, ma'am?
Personally, no.
Right. Fact of the matter is, nobody ever threatened you with perjury, did they?
Oh, they did, yes.
That's it.
'Cause I contacted the FBI regarding it.
Oh, did you?
I did.
You have a report?
I have an email conversation where I sent the 2 questions I had. She responded, I will pass these along. I was contacted by their legal team. They reassured me perjury was not applicable because I made a statement in good faith. Upon further information, I retracted it, corrected it, and made it clear that I could no longer say it because I knew that it was not a clear reflection of the events that took place.
That's a mouthful.
Yes,
My question is, do you have a report from the FBI saying that you reported that someone on the Karen Reed defense team threatened to charge you, your words, with perjury? You have
No.
a report to that effect?
no.
No.
Jackson asks about Dever meeting with the commissioner, and she's a rookie. She meets with the commissioner. It's kind of a big deal. And he asks about her meeting with the commissioner for this case. And I don't know if I was more shocked by what Jackson said the commissioner had said or what Dever's response was here.
Commissioner Cox told you, number one, the Boston Police Department supports you, and Officer Dever, do the right thing.
So he said my name correctly. He said Dever. And
That's my mistake. Let's see, you want me to repeat the question so I get the
So,
name right?
Mr. Jackson, let's go ahead and answer, please.
yes, and he said nothing with the intent of guiding me one way or the
I didn't ask you
other.
what his intent was, madam. I asked you what he said to you. What were his words to you?
That he supports me.
And
Just wanted me to tell the truth up here.
his words were, do the right thing, correct?
I don't recall.
There could be a couple different implications with just do the right thing. So let me know in comments how you take that. Do you think that just do the right thing is him saying, get up there and tell the truth? Do you think that just do the right thing is just do the right thing to back the blue? What do you think? Let me know in comments, because that was kind of one of those things that you can take either way. And either way is very different and goes towards different theories. So I want to hear what y'all have to say. Now, the name thing with her name being said wrong apparently bothered her. She brought that up later when he mispronounced it again.
Like, you can't remember my name. I don't remember.
I can remember your name, Miss Dever.
Okay, so the answer is I don't remember. No
The answer is
comments.
more than that, Judge. I think we all.
All right, so
I'll
no
ask
no
you a question.
comments, just questions, please.
I hope nobody tells her that Brennan listed her in the court filings as Denver. Now, while this whole thing was kind of rough for the defense, at the end, Dever actually says something that I think is kind of what they were waiting on the whole time.
My entire job revolves around what I say on the stand right now. If I was to lie, I lose my job. I lose everything. I'm here to tell the truth. I cannot lie while sitting on this stand.
I think that's the point that they were really hoping to get out of her, that her entire job revolves around what she says on the stand. And this kind of goes back to the thing about do the right thing. So another example of how you can take that either way. It all revolves around what she says on the stand, as in they expect her to say something, or as in she's being honest. I don't know. Let me know what you think in comments. Again, it can go either way. Now, up next, the defense called Dr. Marie Russell. She is an emergency medicine doctor and forensic pathologist. She's got like 30 plus years of experience and an insane resume, including being a former police officer in Massachusetts. Now, because of her specialties, she's seen many dog bite wounds as well as motor vehicle accidents, like hundreds, thousands. Now, her opinion is that the injuries to John O'Keefe's arm resulted from a dog attack. And she also said that the injuries to his arm were inconsistent with a motor vehicle accident. Now, Dr. Russell was very clear in the testimony, and it was very easy to follow. Plus, through questioning, she also got in there that Dr. Sheridan, a doctor from the last trial, also said that those were dog bites and scratches. So that was kind of a moment. I caught it, but I'm wondering if the jury did too. Now, on cross-examination, Hank wanted to pick holes in her testimony, and I don't think that it was exactly hitting how he would hoped it would. At one point, he's asking her about a class and whether or not she took that specific class. And I guess he was hoping to make it look like her million-page resume wasn't sufficient, but it may have backfired. Take a look.
Suffice to say, you've never taken a class in the forensic analysis of dog bites.
I don't think any class exists.
But I'm asking about your experience.
Well, that's correct.
You haven't, have you?
That's correct. I can't take a course that doesn't exist.
I love a sassy Dr. Russell. Now, Hank continued to be argumentative, and Bev even told him after one of the objections to leave out the argumentative part. And I'm glad that she did that because he was being very argumentative, which he does a lot. And I'm glad that the jury heard that word being used. So that was surprising that that happened to me, but I'm glad it did. Now, at one point, he stopped and actually apologized to Dr. Russell for being sharp. I had other words in mind about what he was being, but he used sharp, and we're going to go with it. And at least there was some form of recognition on his behavior. That made me wonder, though, if he maybe noticed how the jury was reacting. A lot of jurors don't like when the attorneys are so aggressive with well-respected and respectful witnesses. Let me know what y'all think. Now, Dr. Russell will be back on the stand tomorrow, so we'll see if anything changes. And for a full breakdown of everything happening in the trial, make sure to check out 13th Juror Podcast. And of course, join us live as we watch all of it happen in real time and react and chat, all of that. So we'll be live tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. right here on Crime Junkie Jury.